Hello, welcome to Neumi'Scrochet Nook. Today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to do this beautiful crochet rose flower. It's very easy. Now let's get started. So I'm starting with 4-ply acrylic yarn and 2.5 mm hook. You'll be needing a scissor too. First make a slip knot. This is your slip knot. Let's start with a slip knot first. So this is a slip knot. Now I'm going to chain 81. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see the chain. I have done 6 chains here. Now you have to work your 81 chains. Now let's meet after completing this 81 chain. So 81 chain is done. I'm going to my 4th chain from here. So here you can see 1, 2, 3 and this is the 4th chain. So we are going to do a DC into the 4th chain. Here. One DC. So we have done a DC here. Now into the chain here, in all 80 chains, you are going to do a DC. So yarn over, go into the chain, next chain. Yarn over, go through the next 2 loops. Now next do the DC into the next chain here. So let's meet after completing DC in every chain. Now I'm going to work last chain, that is the last DC here. Now chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, turn your work. Now do 1 DC in the same stitch here, yarn over, go into the stitch and your DC is done. Now skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, yarn over and go to your 3rd stitch here and do a DC. Now chain 2, 1 and 2. Now 1 more DC into the same stitch. So that is a pattern, 1 DC, 2 chain and 1 DC. Now once more, skip 2 stitches and go to your 3rd stitch here. Now chain 2. Now go to your same stitch. So the pattern is 1 DC, 2 chain and 1 DC. Now skip the next 2 stitches, 1, 2 and go to your 3rd stitch here. Do your DC and chain 2 and 1 more DC into the same stitch. So complete this pattern till the end of this row. Let's meet after that. So I have reached the end of this row. Now you can see 2 DC and 1 beginning chain is left here. So skip 2 chain and on top of the 3rd chain and on top of the 3rd chain here, this is a chain. We are going to do the same thing. 1 DC, 2 chain and 1 DC. Now we have finished this row. Now 2 chain. Now turn your work. So after chaining 2, turn your work and you're going to work into this. Now you're going to work here. So 1 DC here. Now 2 chain, then 2 more DC into the same stitch. 1, 2. After this here, you're going to work in the V here, not this. No, you are going to work in this shell where you have done 1 DC, 2 chain and 1 DC, not in the space here. Okay, so yarn over, go into this shell, do 2 DC, 2 chain and 2 DC, 1 and 2. See, like this. Now into the next shell that we are going to do 2 DC, 1, 2, 2 chain, 2 chain, 2 DC. Now into the next shell here, repeat the same. 2 DC, 2 chain and 2 DC, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Now repeat this pattern all over on top of this one and come back soon. Now I have reached the end of this row. Now we are going to do the same. 2 DC, 2 chain and 2 DC in the last stitch also. 2 DC, 2 chain and 2 DC, 1, 2. Now we reached our last round. We are going to chain 1 and turn our work. Now in this we are going to do 4 DC, 1, 2, 3 and 4 DC. Now we are going to do 2 chain, 2 chain, and you can see here, starting of the stitch here, we are going to do an SC, single crochet, go into the stitch from here, take the down the stitch also. Now without yarn overing we are going. Now 2 loops are there, yarn over and take through the 2 loops. That is your SC. Now come back into the same hole and do 4 more DC. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So basically the design is 4 DC, 2 chain, 1 SC and 4 DC. Now in the gap here, we are going to do an SC here into the gap here. This is the gap. So go into the gap without yarn overing. Now 2 loops are there, yarn over and take it. That is your SC. Now go into this shell, do 4 DC, yarn over and do 4 DC here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then chain 2, 1, 2, do an SC here, go here inside this. Now 2 loops are there, yarn over and take it through the 2 loops. Now 4 DC into the same hole, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the shape here we are getting. Now into this next hole here, small hole, go without yarn overing, take the yarn. Now you have 2 loops, yarn over and take through the 2 loops. Now once more go into this shell with 4 DC, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2 chain and go and do an SC here. Now take through the 2 loops here. Now do 4 DC in the same stitch. 1, 3 and 4. Now do an SC here, go into the hole, take the yarn, 2 loops and like this. So see, this is the pattern. So let's meet after completing this full row. This is your last row. Come back soon. Now I have reached the last row. I'm going to work the SC here in the hole as we have done throughout. Now the last shell we are working. Two, 3 and 4 DC, 2 chain, 1 SC here and 4 DC. 1, 3 and 4. Now see, this is the work we have done here. Now let's cut off the remaining yarn. Don't cut it from the edge, leave some place to weave in. Now do 1 chain and close the stitch here. You can weave in the yarn using yarn needle also. I am doing with a hook only. Now I finished weaving the ends. Let's make the flower. Slowly. Now your flower is done. You can attach here by using an yarn needle now. So I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial on how to do a crochet beautiful rose flower. So let's meet. If you have not subscribed yet to Neumi'Scrochet, please do subscribe. Bye bye.